नमस्ते बिटिया हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया Today we are going to start with the new topic. This is called the benign tumors of breast. Myself Dr. Aarti, Associate Professor, Department of Pathology, presenting this lecture. The benign tumors of breast, in which there is a first one is fibroadenoma. This adenofibroma is a benign tumor of fibrous and epithelial element. It is the most common benign tumor of female breast. Though it can occur at any age during reproductive age, most patients are between 15 to 30 years of age. Clinically, fibroadenoma generally appears as a solitary, discrete, freely mobile nodule within the breast. General examination show the typical fibroadenoma is a small 2 to 4 centimeter diameter solitary well encapsulated spherical and discoid mass. The cut surface is firm, gray, white, slightly myxoid and may show slit-like spaces formed by compressed ducts. Less commonly, a fibroadenoma may be fairly large in size up to 15 centimeter and it is called the giant fibroadenoma but lack the histological features of cystosarcoma phylloides. Microscopic examination show the fibrous tissue comprises most of the fibroadenoma. The arrangement between fibrous overgrowth and duct may produce two type of pattern which may coexist in same tumor. The intracanalicular pattern is one in which the stroma compresses the duct so that they are reduced to slit-like clefts lined by ductal epithelium or may appear as cords of epithelial elements surrounding masses of fibrous stroma. Pericanalicular pattern is characterized by encircling masses of fibrous stroma around the patent and dilated ducts. The variants, a few morphological variants of fibroadenoma have been described. Occasionally, the fibrous tissue element in the tumor is scanty and the tumor is instead predominantly composed of closely packed ductular or acinar proliferation and is termed as tubular adenoma. If an adenoma is composed of acini with secretory activity, it is called the lactating adenoma seen during pregnancy or lactation. Juvenile fibroadenoma is an uncommon variant fibroadenoma which is larger or rapidly growing mass seen in adolescent girls but fortunately does not recur after excision. Phyllodes tumor, or this is also called the cystosarcoma phyllodes. The cystosarcoma phyllodes was a nomenclature given by Muller in 1838 to an uncommon bulky breast tumor with leaf-like gross appearance. Phyllodes, this is called leaf-like, having an aggressive clinical behavior. Most patients are between 30 to 70 years of age. Local recurrence are much more frequent than metastasis. In this tumor, the general appearance, the tumor is generally large 10 to 15 centimeter in diameter, round to oval, bosselated and less fully encapsulated than fibroadenoma. The cut surface of gray-white cystic cavity, area of hemorrhage, necrosis and degenerative changes. In microscopic changes, the phylloid tumor is composed of an extremely hypercellular stroma accompanied by benign ductal structures. Thus, phylloid tumor resembles fibroadenoma except for marked stromal overgrowth. The histological criteria considered to distinguish benign, borderline, and malignant category of phylloid tumor are based on following. That is the frequency of mitosis, cellular atopia, and cellularity and infiltrative margins. About 20% of phylloid tumor are histologically malignant and less than half of them at metastatic size. Third, then last one is the intraductal papilloma. Intraductal papilloma is a benign papillary tumor occurring most commonly in lactiferous duct and lactiferous sinus since the near the nipples. Clinically, it produces serous and serosanguinous nipple discharge. It is most commonly in third to fourth decade of life. General examination show intraductal papilloma is usually solitary, small, less than 1 centimeter in diameter, commonly located in the major mammary ducts close to the nipple. Less commonly, there are multiple papillomatosis which are more frequently related to the papillary carcinoma. Microscopic examination, an intraductal papilloma is characterized by multiple papillae having well-developed fibrovascular stalks attached to the ductal wall and covered by benign cuboidal epithelial cells supported by myoepithelial cells. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. I hope you understand, you enjoy this session. Any query, then mention it in comment box. I will try to resolve it. Thank you so much. Bye.